Hello guys, hope you all are doing well. So I've got a lot of questions here about how to keep, say hey to Roscoe. Roscoe, man, he has to be on a chain because he won't listen for shit. So I got a lot of questions about how to keep a weed-free garden. There's no such thing. I did a no-till garden. I put a deep, maybe a foot deep layer of pine mulch, not pine mulch. Actually, I think it was poplar mulch, something that I got for free. And I put that down. Wood, like a limb cutter place, whatever, brought it out here for free. And they dumped it, and I put it down. And I'm going to show you what I ended up with here. So those are my squash, and you can see. Now they say that this no-till garden is weed free. So that's the half of the garden that's still. And you know what? When you have a lot of stuff going on in the summertime, you really don't have time to get out and try to mess with a garden. But this I have done this morning, and I've got it out. And you can see a big pile there and a big pile over there. And so I'm going to show you the way that I did it. And there's my big corn. Isn't that beautiful? I've got ears that are ready. So yeah, and that's going to be the new chicken coop. We're going to put a huge chicken yard behind it. So that's going to be great. But I'm going to show you how, some tools that you need and how to use them so that you can get the weeds out of your garden as easy as possible. Back now. You really only need two tools. Two tools for a weed-free garden. You need a hoe, and you need whatever in the hell this thing is. Just a little rake, a garden rake thing. I don't know. It's like a hoe, shaped like a hoe, but it's spears. This is number one tool. You go in there and you use it first, you chop up, and then this is just to spread out and even out everything and go through, and it's real good to go through and pick out the clumps of grass and weed, kind of pull them to you, and then you can pick them up and throw them out of your garden because you don't want it laying there. One thing about the hoe, that anything that is a bladed tool, I like to keep the blade sharp. And so I use this. It's just an axe sharpener. I don't know if you can see that maybe. But it has one sharpener for a single edged, like scissors, and one for the one on my right, your left, is for an axe, and it's just an axe sharpener. And you just draw it across the blade, and it gives it a pretty good, decent, I mean, it's not going to be, you can't shave with it, but it gives it a pretty good edge. And on this, what I do is just take a little sharpening stone, and I just go over it every now and then just to knock a little bit of a point to it and keep it a little bit sharp so that it'll cut. These are the two tools that I use all the time in the garden. Once everything is planted, I use these. A friend of mine bought me a little hand tool, and it's called a homie. And it's a Japanese hand tool. It's kind of shaped like a sickle, but it's wide at one end like a hoe, and then it comes to a point. That's really good. She has one that's on a long pole like a hoe, and that would probably be really good. It's a thin metal, it's really sharp. That would probably be better than just a regular hoe. But I don't have one on a long handle, and I am not crawling around in the garden on my knees. I have enough trouble staying upright. Fuck it. I mean, that's too much work. I don't spend a lot of money on my garden. I don't put chemicals, and I don't put weed killers. So, because that's the point. That's the reason that I'm growing it. So if you don't want to use weed killer in your garden, this is how you do it. That's the only choice, the only option is these two. Unless you have a tiller and or one of those little garden cultivators. And I don't have that because they're like anywhere from $200 to $600, and that's a lot of tomatoes. I mean, I have to grow a lot of tomatoes to get that money back out of it. So I don't have one, and hopefully someday I will. But for right now, these are my tools. So thanks for watching. Love you guys. See ya. Bye.